If you are considering the gift of a new puppy or kitten for the holidays, you may want to think twice. The Fayetteville Animal Protection Society, a no-kill shelter right here in Fayetteville, has some words to the wise about giving a pet as a present, as well as helpful hints about choosing a pet that will become part of your family for years to come.
We ask you when you adopt a pet from us that if you cannot take care of it if it's 10 years down the road, bring it back to us. Plain and simple. And that's what one of the people, they sign that on the contract, that it will be returned to us. Puppies are so cute, and they're, oh, I just want to hold one. You don't think about it's going to grow up to be 80 pounds. And so that might not be an ideal situation to have in an apartment or in a home where you work all day long, because these big dogs need exercise, and so do our small ones. But we end up getting a lot back because of that, just making hasty decisions, or, ooh, it was so cute in the kennel, well, and we suggest go take it for a walk. See if it walks you or you can walk it. See how, you can tell a lot just from being with a dog in the yard for 30 minutes. They're cute as can be in here, a little ball of fur. You get it during the holidays, surprise, it's like, oh, thank you. But if you have to go travel and say you cannot take the dog with you or the cat, you have to board those. And for example, my dog is $20 a day in a kennel. We cannot take a 130-pound dog with us traveling, no matter what kind of vehicle you have. But boarding issues, and then after the holidays, even if you have 2 weeks break, after the holidays, is that dog going to sit in the kennel all day while you're gone? It takes a good month to train a dog, maybe not potty train, not fully, but to kennel train, to work on potty training, to work on the sit, stay. It's fun for the first day or two, and then honestly, after that first night, you realize, oh my gosh, I have a newborn baby in the house again, because you have to get up with it during the night to let it out. That starts the potty training. So the minute the holidays are over, that puppy may not seem as cute and sweet and furry anymore, because you've got cute and sweet little droplets all over your home, and something may be chewed up. But I don't think a lot of people think about that when they go to look for a gift. They just see that cute fur ball and don't think beyond that. We are open to the military. Fantastic. Come in here. But let's make sure that you have a house that's adequate, the fenced backyard. It is so imperative to just think about the career that you're in and whether or not the animal that you choose can be taken with you, because we have a lot of animals that, we can't take it with us, we're moving. Or it's just too much for me to move it. That's I just want to say, did you not think about that when you took it out of here? That of course you might move, of course, you might have to be put in a kennel so that you can move. Those are things we need to think about too. Being military, and I can say that because we are a military family, are just things that you have to think about before you adopt the animal. And especially if you rent, are you allowed to have a 70-pound dog? You might be allowed to have the furry puppy, but are you allowed to have what it will grow into be?
Taking ownership of an animal is a big responsibility. It's a big financial commitment. It's a big responsibility to be involved in the care of the animal. And Christmas is a very stressful time, so adopting an animal then is not, while it can be a good idea, it needs to be a family decision. It needs to be well thought out. It needs to be planned. You need to consider what type of animal you're getting. If you surprise somebody with an animal, you may not know what their needs are or their wants are. Dogs have different activity levels, different temperaments, and cats do also. So you want the animal to fit into the family environment. And Christmas is a very stressful time anyway. While it's a lot of fun, it's stressful because people are having parties and they're not working and children are out of school. And after the holidays are over, plans need to be made of how the animal's going to be cared for. Who's going to walk it? Who's going to take care of it during the day while everybody's gone? Who's going to make sure the animal's entertained? So we really like people to put a lot of thought and commitment into getting an animal. Maybe give a gift basket to someone who's thinking of getting a pet that has a bed and a leash and dog bowls and maybe bath supplies and flea preventative and things that you may need for an animal. And I think a book would be a great idea on responsible pet ownership. That's what we really promote here. An animal is a long-term commitment. A dog may live to be 15 or 16 years. A cat can live to be 16 to 18 years. We want them to have a home during the whole period of their lives. So we really would like you to be committed. Of course, being associated with the shelter, we promote shelter adoptions, but we want them to be responsible. We'd like you to come and visit in the shelter, take several of the animals out, play with them, bond with them, if you already have an animal, bring your animal out to see if the animal indeed gets along with the animal that you've chosen, particularly a dog is what I'm speaking of there. We like to talk with you about what your plans are. We particularly request that you have a fenced yard, that you have the whole family involved in the decision, that you know that it's a financial commitment. Of course, everything we adopt out is spayed or neutered. If you don't get an animal from our shelter, then we would hope that you would spay or neuter this animal because of the problems of pet overpopulation. So that's an expense. And if you're not ready to adopt, why don't you come visit our animals? That's a wonderful thing. As you can see, I'm having a wonderful time playing with the cats that we have. And you can do that, and then you may make a decision because you bond with one that's already here.